We're back for another episode of Why Is This the News Late Night Edition. We're taking on the biggest stories of the day. I'll be drinking booch instead of hooch tonight because I'm preparing for no drinking October, sober October.
Yeah, I got pure gasoline.
That is clear petrol. We've got a dramatic story of a child in India run over by a vehicle, but what happens next is nothing short of inspiring. This little kid's playing soccer. It's the world's pastime. He's going down to tie his shoes right there. This minivan, if you believe that, backs up, turns slightly. Great turning radius, by the way. And then he pops right back up. Oh my god, and it looks like he's going to play soccer. Like he's like, oh, count me in. But actually, he's going to be ignored by a lot of the other little boys who are just going to keep playing basketball even though he just got ran over by a car. I grew up with kids like this. You know, even if you got run over by a car, they're like, oh, you're okay. You're okay.
Now that headlight is on, very bright.
He's not texting.
And whoever the driver is, turns...
She. You said she. That's
It said she in that.
Oh! Oh, it said she in the title?
It did.
Pops right back up. Right back up. Kids are indestructible in a way, aren't they? They're made of Gumby powder. My theory is that the person behind the wheel was that kid's dad, and he's just trying to get him ready for season. Hit the ground! Get back up! Come on! You're gonna get hit better than that in the season! Come on! Come on! That's my impression of a sports dad. What are we doing, Cosby?
Bleach.
So, this story has a video attached to it, too. A woman, in order to combat manspreading, not mansplaining, that's what we're doing right now, manspreading, she went on a subway and poured bleach onto men's crotches. 72 of them to be total, because she was really thorough with this video.
Quick image of what mansplaining is by Putin.
Manspreading.
Manspreading, sorry.
So you see how Putin's crotch is exposed? That's manspreading. 72 people. Some of these men, by the way, aren't really manspreading. They're either asleep or there's several seats open. She didn't really seem to have any strict dictums on what counts as dick spreading. That might be a woman, too. I don't know.
So many are just reading books.
Yeah, I mean, not a lot of people read anymore, and this isn't going to help. So, needless to say, this video made me a little angry. But luckily, most people downvoted the video, which suggests that the internet is in unison in thinking, while manspreading may be annoying, pouring bleach on someone's genitals that you've never met and then running off a subway is bad.
It's mean.
It's mean.
It's a mean thing to do.
It's a mean thing to do. This video was meant to make people angry, clearly. It reached thousands of people, and most of them opposed it. So it goes back to the idea that on the internet, things don't have to be agreeable or helpful or useful. They just have to get clicks. And I almost shared this video, and I watched her first video. Like, it worked! By pouring bleach on these poor, unsuspecting men's genitals and getting me a little irate, she got me to engage with her content. And that sells advertising. So, I felt a little gypped by my emotional reaction to it. And then we started kind of like psychoanalyzing her a little bit.
Yeah, the way I was thinking of it was she could have experienced something very traumatic or very, very intense. And she's dealing with it now in not a good way. Like, she's dealing with her trauma in a negative way by spreading negativity into the world. And by just trying to make people mad, trolling.
She's trolling. Oh, do you believe that all trolls are tortured souls?
Yes.
Because why would you troll? You know how good it feels to be liked? It feels nice. You're nice. People are like, hey, it's you. When you're a troll, everyone just hates you. Even Trump, I don't know how he's living forever, but it must take its toll.
All right, next up.
Brett Kavanaugh, who's the new Supreme Court nominee. Apparently when he was in high school, he was an utter animal. Participated in gangbangs and drank a lot. And this calendar, he released this calendar to show, I suppose, that he couldn't have been implicated in some of these allegations. And the first thing you see on it...
Beach Week.
Beach Week. You definitely did it. If you went to Beach Week, you did it, man. Beach Week is a horrible place.
He went to Beach Week with his dad's birthday in the very middle.
You don't even care about your dad's birthday.
Right there.
Wow.
Is that Wednesday?
He slept through Wednesday because you drink the first 3 days and you have to sleep off a day. Didn't even call his dad on his birthday. Gave him a drunk text at 1 a.m. saying, I'm participating in something that could potentially ruin my future. If you were an asshole in high school, you don't get a free pass. At least if you're a Supreme Court nominee, right?
I think so, but we should also remember that we're all humans too. And we all do deserve to have a beach week.
Yes, you can have a beach
Yeah.
week as long as you don't grope people or show them your penis. You were bringing up an interesting point. Like, following the Trump news is so exhausting. We always look for stories besides the Trump news because it's always like 1 week it's Spicer. You know?
And they all kind of look the same, right? Like,
They're all the same white guy.
Couldn't Brett just be Sean Spicer in like a mask?
They tag team each other.
Yeah.
They're like, dude, I've gotten enough. These people fucking hate me. Brett, can you jump in here? And then we just have a new punching bag to eliminate. Now, I know it's very important to be civically engaged, but I do feel like this is a Trump tactic of just human sacrifices of 49-year-old white men, and then eventually we just can't pay attention to the news anymore. Nuclear bomb drop.
On ourselves?
Maybe. Just to prove he can. I don't know if we have a picture for this one, but Cosby was finally locked up.
There's plenty of pictures of Cosby.
A little round of applause there. I was definitely waiting for that one. Isn't it interesting that all of these stories are related to sexual assault, and we're two men? You know, everybody's got opinions.
Not a good look.
It's not our fault. Like, I really look for everything else, but everything nowadays is sexual assault. It's just like bad men. So we're going to atone partially, but also maybe give the manspreaders position.
I just googled Bill Cosby, and the first one that came up was TMZ, and it's just Bill Cosby takes sad mugshot.
Sad mugshot. Get that on there. Sad
He's not even looking
man.
in the lens.
He's looking down at
He's
his
looking at the bottom of the tripod.
future in hell. The thought of him not going to jail for this was pretty startling. But when I read the details of his jail cell, because for some reason that was the story, it's next to the infirmary. Ironic, Dr. Huxtable. Also, what he's being fed, jell-o and chocolate pudding every day of the week. Didn't make that up. Not a joke. That's what he's eating. And I don't know if that's irony or an injustice. You know?
I read also that he has access to email. And I was wondering who he needs to be emailing right now.
Oh, Oliver. They gave him that because they know people over 80 can't email.
Oh.
I couldn't teach my dad. Email is beyond. I cannot wait for the Tarantino take on Cosby. He is the weirdest evil clown character ever. Mm-hmm. And you watch those interviews when he's getting caught and his wife is just sitting there like a well-trained Stepford wife. And he's just being brooding and evil, even though you knew he was once funny. It would be a really good character. Maybe like
Morgan Freeman would play him for sure.
I was thinking Morgan, but actually I went with Denzel.
Oh, really?
Like a grayed out, add 30 pounds.
I guess
get that equalizer weight back on.
Right.
That pre-equalizer. And yeah, man, he could take it over the top.